from Brooklyn.
Hey, Joe.
How you doing?
Oh,
Hey,
boy.
guys.
I knew you'd call tonight, and
Yeah.
I'm glad you got in early.
Mm-hmm.
Joe, I'm going to get out of the way and let you talk.
Yeah, Joe.
Thanks.
How you doing?
I'm kind of, well, all right, you caught me a little here. Let's
What are you doing?
really-
Are you playing with your giggle stick there, Joe?
No, and you know something, James? I resent the innuendos, the constant innuendos with legs and you guys, and it goes into what I want to talk about as far as...
What do you resent about legs and us?
Well, what I'm
Well,
saying
at least
is
can you at least say hello to legs? Show a little common courtesy.
Hello, legs. Hello,
Hi.
Joel. Hello, James.
Yeah.
You know,
He resents you, legs.
Really?
Yeah.
We're just having fun. We don't mean any harm.
yeah, but you see what's going on, really, and if men are really honest about it, they'll admit it.
Yeah.
Deep down, you see, the issue of sex between men and women
Legs.
is an issue that I feel...
I'm
he
listening.
doesn't-
I want to hear what he has to
He
say.
doesn't get any.
Let him talk.
All right, let him.
Yeah.
Let
No,
him
but
talk.
keep that in mind while you're listening to this. This is a
It
guy
doesn't affect me.
This is-
if
I
he
know
doesn't
that.
get any, just let him
But he
speak.
doesn't get any time.
Okay.
Well, you see, all we hear about is rape,
Right.
Yeah.
and rape is a
not
very
all we hear
unusual
about.
circumstance.
That's not all we hear about. We hear about murders when murders happen.
Yeah, no,
we
what
hear
I'm
about
saying-
burglaries when burglaries happen. We hear about a lot of things when they happen. That's not all we hear about.
James, the point I'm trying to make is that we never hear about men's problems regarding sex. Now, men are subject to these constant innuendos, these constant teases by women. This is part of our daily existence, our constant existence. Now, biologically speaking, James...
Hold on 1 minute. Hold on one moment.
Yeah.
To those of you women listening, I love your constant innuendos, your constant teases. Tease me all you want. Play innuendo all you want. Slink to me, baby.
Well,
Slink
you know.
to me and tease me. I love being teased because I love women. I like guys, but I love women.
Yeah, but I mean, most heterosexual men love women by definition.
Okay.
I love women as well. But you see, first of all, you might not be as honest as you might be. Now, I mean, you may be getting, as you put it, James, you may be getting enough to keep you happy. But I'm sure that there are plenty of men that are not. Now, the thing is, the point I'm trying to bring out here is that women are in control.
I
of the
work all the
situation.
time.
What's that?
Go ahead, come on.
Women
Go ahead.
run the show. Women have all the power when it comes to sex.
Yep.
Except for the one in a million times when they get raped. But they want to make it seem like men have all the power when it's the exact opposite. Now, to compound the situation, not only do they complain about their status regarding men, but they constantly they expect men to pay for them. As they want to be looked upon as the sexual celebrities. They're always prettying themselves up, making them look as sexy as possible, teasing men to the ultimate, and then complaining when one time, you know, 1 in a million chance that a rape occurs. They want to say, they want to use that
I know
to
what
say
you mean.
how violent men are.
How about this?
Men are.
How about if you met a woman like this, John? Would this make you happy? Goldie Hawn. This is her take on male-female relationships. Men and women continue to procreate. Wait a minute. Men and women
kidding.
are built... No, wait a minute.
That was profound.
I know.
Men and women procreate.
No. Men and women are...
whiz.
This is for you, Joe. You need this kind of girl. Male, female... Men and women are built so differently. The man can continue to procreate. That's really the problem. Men can make love and have a totally great release. She can leave the room, and 15 minutes later, another woman will come in, and you men will get just as excited because it's the way you are made. I think women should understand that.
Well, thank you, Joe.
How about that?
I'm getting confused.
Goldie Hawn.
Thank you, Joe, because that's exactly what I want to talk about. That's exactly what I want to say.
Joe,
Joe. Women's view of the world.
Joe.
James, let me finish.
No, you did. You talked already. Let me talk now.
That poor guy. Poor guy.
You know what? I actually agree with you about something.
Yeah.
I do. I actually agree with you about something. I wouldn't, well, sort of. Women have most of the power when it comes to sex, and they should. And, Joe, they should.
Why should they?
Because they bear the babies. That's why.
Well,
No. I let you go through your whole thing now. Just be quiet and hish.
Right.
Hish. All right?
Yeah.
Women should have most of the power. Women should have the power to say no. Because the ultimate responsibility of procreation beyond men lies with the women. Men, historically, do not stay home and nest with the child. Women do. Men can go flit around from woman to woman to woman to woman to sometimes man and back to woman.
And farm animals.
Oh,
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh, my God.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I can't handle it.
Go ahead, go back on the track. I'm sorry.
God almighty.
Well, I had to. You know, first of all, I would like to say the three of us in this room have an amazing amount of respect for each other. So
That's
if
right.
you're offended by anything, well, phooey to you, because we love each other and we have respect.
No, but
and
Lex,
that's what
I'm
counts.
saying that, Lex, you have power to manipulate guys. You know it.
What the?
Well, they have a brain, so they could not be manipulated.
Yeah, and if they
All right.
think with the brain in the wrong place, it's their tough luck.
No, I'm saying psychologically, women do damage to men all the time.
Am I damaging you right now?
Constantly. Because we have to live under what James says. Unfortunately, I guess for the sake of civilization, men have to live under this burden of constantly repressing their sexual
No, they
urges.
don't. That's why you have marriage. That's why you get marriage, or even some people don't even wait till then, and you have a natural relationship with a woman where you can, and hopefully with one woman, where you can have a decent sex life. But the idea that women have most of the power in a sexual relationship shouldn't be afraid of that. Of course they do. The sad part of our society today is that a lot of women have forgotten that, which is why you have teenage pregnancy at all-time highs, which is why you have this lack where you have women in some cases running around just as promiscuous as men tend to be in certain examples. Women do have most of the control of a sexual relationship, and they should.
Well, you see,
because sex is only one component of the relationship,
Yeah.
and this is what you forget.
No, I don't
Sex
forget.
is one component of it.
I know, I understand that, James.
And in order for a woman to and the best thing a woman can do, by the way, to get the guy she wants sometimes, depending on the guy, especially if you're dealing with the guy with low-level consciousness, is to hold out and not give him none, until you make sure that he's the right guy for you. Hold out and nothing.
Well,
And exert the power until you make sure that he has the intellectual, the spiritual,
They've
the
got
moral
the
component to
most
be with you. Because women, Joel, you said it.
They've
Whoa,
got-
you know what happened here? Joel said it more succinctly than I did.
Period.
Say it again, Joel.
They've got the most to lose. Period.
Thank you.
Bottom line.
Thank you.
Well, you know, it's a complicating aspect when you're talking about pregnancy. But if we can somehow get away from the pregnancy aspect and focus just on the sex alone, you know, I think.
Yeah, wouldn't you like to do that?
Yeah.
You know, because I think that's what we all are trying to do, basically.
You know what, man? You need to get a grip. First of all, you need to get some so you're not obsessed with sex. You know, by the time you're in your 40s, sex is not nearly as important as it used to be. You know, you're obsessed with it. Sex has a place in your life, but it's not like this overriding obsession.
Yeah.
You know, with you, it's sex, because you're not getting any.
No, it's not.
Get some sex, man. Have some sex, and have a normal sex life. Then you'll stop whining about women. Get some sex, man.
Yeah, get a really, Joe.
But you have to appreciate a woman. You have to find a woman that you appreciate first. If I were a woman, I'd give you nada. I'm not going to listen to some guy whining and moaning all the time about how awful women are.
I know.
And then
I can't wait for Joe to get a
listen to
relationship.
you. Listen to you, Joe. You know, women are awful. Women are awful. Women are awful. I never get any sex. Women are awful.
Listen,
Women are awful. Oh, stop.
If it wasn't for me, you'd never hear women being criticized in the air at all.
Well, that you do serve a useful role there.
Thank you. Can I say one thing?
Hey, Joe,
And then we got to go.
Yeah, one thing about, I want Joel to comment. I want to hear his comment. But I just want to say about this Ridgewood, New Jersey case. I'd like to know this. How are we supposed to determine, how are the boys or the girl herself supposed to determine when the point is reached, when she gets, quote-unquote, drunk?
All right, I've had it. No, Joe, I've had it. Goodbye.
14 years old.
Goodbye.
Jesus,
I am not going to take any questions about 4 boys raping a 14-year-old girl.
Jesus.
I'm not going to ask
Don't
any...
get me started, because I'll go off.
No.
And nobody goes
You're out of
off
bounds.
better than I can. Forget
You're out
it.
of bounds.
I'll lose it. I'll freak
When are we
out.
to determine? The girl was drunk.
Yeah,
Period. You don't rape a drunk woman. You don't rape little girls.
She's 14 years old. 14.
You don't rape women.
God almighty, get a grip. No, I don't deal with that.
We got to go to. Do we do the break already? I'm totally.
Yeah.
Let's do it now. I have totally lost my mind. I'm
chill.
sorry. In honor of all our friends in Oakland, They're doing the Oakland stroke. Tower of Power, of course. At 8:38, James
And Joel.
And legs.
right here at News Talk Radio, trying our best to be what? Entertaining.
All right.
You can do it, guys. Come on.
Ebonics, you know this.
Tom from Garfield, New Jersey. Welcome.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, Tom.
Hey, Tom.
It's good, Joel.
Yes, sir.
Great job on your graveyard shift.
Oh, thank you very much, Tom.
I was going to call you in, but my
Oh, that's right. That's right. You work the graveyard, right?
Yeah, I was going to try to call you on my break, but
Oh, okay.
by the time I would have got through, I would have been off break. And
There's a lot of people like yourself working. I tell you, I'd be surprised. I was a little nervous at first. I didn't think that anybody was going to call. But it's 2 o'clock in the morning.
No, I turned a few people on to you. They was, hey, yeah, this guy's pretty good.
Yeah.
I says, no, you don't know the half of them.
All right,
James,
Aren't we proud of him?
James,
yes.
I'm proud of
he
you.
did so good by himself.
All right.
So you could lose him anytime you want.
I had a lot of fun. A lot of
to
fun.
get your own show.
Yeah, all right. A lot of fun. A lot of energy.
Very good.
Kept you up though, Tom, right? You didn't fall asleep on me now, did you, big guy?
No, I fall asleep. At the post office?
Nobody went postal because of me or anything like that, did they?
No, everybody was nice and calm. We had our headsets on, strapped in there, listening.
All right.
Very good.
Okay.
Legs?
Yes.
Still got that gyrating bear?
Oh, my God. I'll never hear the end of it.
Yeah.
Tom, I do love you, though.
Oh. Oof.
Oh.
You know, I was listening to Joe before.
Yeah.
I tell you, sex. That's all you have. I've had it up to here with sex, but not lately.
Not lately. Not lately, though.
Everything relates back to his love for women.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Like a good brash.
Boy, when he got near the end there, I heard James really getting... you were like going off the deep end, like...
I don't think he
that's
likes
it?
me very much.
No.
No, no. There's some things that are just out of bounds. When you, to me, a 14-year-old girl.
Yeah.
This could be my daughter,
that's my
your
daughter,
daughter,
that's
right. Sure.
anybody's daughter out here. How dare anybody? Anybody.
That was really crude. Hey, listen, I'm watching cable TV before. QVC is hawking all this presidential inaugural crap. Could you believe this?
Yeah.
And you should see the prices. They had these gold medallions for like $600.
What did you say about the inauguration, Joel? It's like...
Like Groundhog's Day.
I love that.
They had everything. And I mean, there was everything. Even the white trash could afford stuff there. Like for $9, you get this assortment of buttons.
Stop.
Who the hell's going to wear a button? They had Socks the Cat. You know what it said on it?
What?
In Socks We Trust.
Oh, no.
Like a presidential seal.
Oh, no.
I mean, I was ready to vomit. I'm watching this.
Trust.
Getting onto the
little
cellular
sacrilegious.
cordless phone thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
with Pravda breaking the story yesterday.
Well, I'm going to tell you, I don't know if you realize this, but this is like a new national pastime, monitoring these things.
Yeah.
If you own a police scanner, it's very easy to do.
This sounds like the voice of experience, Tom.
Hey, look, I can't admit to anything that's against the law.
Okay.
And which phone calls were you listening to?
I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about.
All right.
But
Tom, hypothetically, would you say that people can hear pretty interesting things?
Oh, yeah.
Like, what hypothetically could people hear
Like what
if they
people
were
really
breaking the
think
law?
of you?
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's...
Would you know, like, has a friend of yours ever listened to a conversation, illegally, of
Put
course?
it this way, James. What I could tell you off the air would be a hell of a lot more interesting than what I could tell you on the air.
And
I'm going to tell you another thing.
Yeah?
There's a whole industry built around this. Now, you know we're talking about recording the calls?
Mm-hmm.
There's a device called a night logger, which hooks up to your scanner and automatically activates your tape recorder every time an interception is made on a transmission. You could buy them for about $99.
Where?
Wow.
I can just give you a catalog if you want it. Then there's another thing
Yeah.
called... James,
Send me a catalog.
there's another interesting item called a tone grabber. And what that does is when people call their banks and give their credit card and bank numbers...
Oh, man. You know what? I don't want to go further with that one.
Okay, but I'm going to just tell you. I'm just warning people. Don't say anything or do any kind of transactions on a cordless phone or a cellular phone because consider the world is listening.
Now, aren't there encrypted phones right now as well?
Yeah, guess what? They sell a device to decode those, too. Swear to God. Not kidding. I could prove this. Here's another thing. If you have an old scanner and it doesn't pick up the 800 and 900 megahertz frequencies, you can buy converters for about $120, and they get both sides of the conversation. You know what the deal is? And there's also another company who will unlock the blocks on your scanner, because the scanners can't be sold now. I think it was a few years ago. You couldn't get those frequencies. So all the companies had to put blocks on those channels. There's companies that you could send your radio to, and for so many dollars, they will unlock the blocks. See, the law says they can't sell those scanners with those frequencies on them, so they block them. They're complying with the law, but there's no law that says you can't unlock them after you get them. It's like you go into 7-Eleven, you buy a pack of rolling papers, right? Then you go in the corner, you buy a bag of dope, and you roll yourself a joint. Well, the papers were sort of made for that, and they sold them to you, but they don't sell you the drugs to go with them.
Oh.
But, I mean, you're giving people the devices to do all this stuff, and it's all out there. And I'll tell you, kids are into this stuff big time. And
scary.
They're usually the ones who this stuff is marketed to. And I'm telling you, if these laws really meant anything, all this stuff would be illegal. But they sell all these devices to allow you to do it, even though it's against the law to do it. But it's sort of an unenforceable. It's like spitting in the street. You know, get caught, and by the time a cop catches you and takes you to court, it's almost pointless at that time. You can't really do anything about it. But it's very rampant. It's very widespread. And I just tell anybody that has a cordless phone, don't say anything or do any business transactions over that phone, because your call is not safe. And, I mean, people could pick this up for blocks. And they even sell sophisticated antennas for monitoring these phones. It's unbelievable. There's a whole industry set around this.
My goodness, one never knows what one's neighbors are doing.
Oh, yeah.
Words of wisdom.
Okay. We'll do some in honor of Harry Helmsley.
Dearly departed Harry.
Never invest your money in anything that eats or needs occasional repainting. There's another one. Sometimes the best investments are the ones you don't make. That was by Donald Trump.
That is a very profound...
Yeah, that's right.
I like that one.
Yeah.
Joel. Nah.
Go ahead, Tom.
Legs, don't worry, I won't dedicate any to you, but just listen to some of these. You'll
don't
really...
leave me out.
A bad decision is like a bungee jump. You take a big leap and then you end up with a jerk.
Interesting.
The difference between a recession and depression?
Yeah.
Recession is when you don't have a job. Depression is when I don't have a job.
Okay.
Let's see. Be bold in what you stand for, and careful for what you fall for.
You can say that again.
No matter how great the deed, criticism will always seek it out.
Yep. That is really profound. That is really that you have no idea. You have no idea how profound that is. Can you repeat that one more time?
Okay. That was no matter how great the deed, criticism will always seek it out.
Thank you. Thank you.
That is
Thank you.
Want one more?
Sure.
Here's a good one. Ben Franklin. This is unbelievable, timeless. This stuff is just great. If a man empties his purse into his head, no one can take it away from him. An investment in knowledge always pays the best interest.
You know, old Benny there had some good thoughts there. Flying that kite around there. Yeah, I'll tell you, after you got that little jolt flying that kite around with that little skeleton key on it.
Had a lot in common with that guy. First postmaster, although I never wished to be one. I work in the post office.
World-class
and he was
philanderer.
Also one of the first printers.
Which
is, you know, a little sideline business.
And he was also a world-class philanderer. Do you want to... No, I don't think you...
Hey, look. What are you going to do?
Okay. Hey, Tom, thank you.
I got one of those gadgets.
You do?
You've got a giggle stick. Wait, we have to do it at the same time together.
Dogs
are you ready?
Freaking out over here.
You ready? Come on, wait, we have to do it at the same time. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. That was beautiful.
Yes! Oh, the dogs sound young and healthy.
Tom, I knew I liked you.
See?
Thank you.
I'll send you the Christmas pictures of the puppies.
Okay, great. And send those catalogs around with all that spy gear in it, too,
You want to see that stuff?
Yeah, I do.
Very fascinating.
I'll send you a nice packet.
Okay.
Right.
You didn't get it from me.
Okay, thanks, Tom.
Bye.
Right,
See
you
ya.
take care,
Bye-bye.
Tom.
James and Joel.
He has one.
He's got a stick.
There's
I love it.
a couple of
I
sticks
bet
out
you
there.
do.
Yeah.
Ruth from Queens.